It is time once again for our Friday Blitz, because it's Friday. And this week there has been some great news for celebrities and some not great news for other celebrities.
Joining us once again is CTV's Maria Panopoulos in Halifax, Shum FM's Jason Rockman in Montreal, and entertainment reporter Jeremy Szafron in Vancouver. Finally, all five of us are back. Very happy to see all of us together.
Love the T-shirt, Jason. Wow, great stuff.
Yes, I missed you, Todd. Where have you been?
Where have you been all my life? They keep asking me.
So reality TV stars, the Kardashian family, they've signed a new deal to continue their reality series for another 3 years for a reported $40 million. Wow. Kim, Kourtney, Khloe, and the rest of the family will produce 3 more seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, along with other reality programming. So, Maria, this is the richest deal in reality TV history. Are they worth it?
Goodness, I don't know. I guess somebody thinks they're worth it if they're shelling out the big bucks. The interesting thing here is that Kim, who's kind of a standout in the family, she's getting paid just as much as her sisters Kourtney and Khloe, and of course her mother Kris and her stepdad Bruce. Now the others, like the other siblings and Lamar Odom, for example, and Scott Disick, they're all getting a little less, but they're all sharing that $40 million price tag. So are they worth it? Somebody thinks they are, and people are watching. So I guess in somebody's eyes, they're certainly worth the $40 million price tag.
Well, I'm sure they think they are too, no doubt. Jeremy, tell me about Kim Kardashian, though, and Kanye West. They have come out in the open about their relationship, if it is a relationship. Do you think it's real or just some kind of a PR stunt, a manufactured relationship?
Well, this is what's up in the air, obviously, with his release of some songs and an upcoming album, and, of course, her new contract in the new show. Everyone's kind of buzzing around. Is it PR? Is it publicity? Is it for real? They're doing this kind of thing. Now, Kanye West is one of those guys that he usually is off the radar a little bit. You know, he keeps his public life fairly quiet. Now they're doing dinners together. They just happen to be getting ice cream in Soho during the busy tourist season. You know, this kind of thing. So I'm not sure what it is, but they're definitely taking a lot of pictures together.
All right, so Jason, talk to us about the producer of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Ryan Seacrest. He has signed a 2-year deal to continue hosting American Idol worth, I think, $30 million. Is he worth the money? And I'm asking you because, like you, he hosts a radio show. So what do you think makes him, you know, so likable?
Well, first of all, I hope I get that much money on my radio station. Maybe they'll be listening. You know, honestly, Ryan's really easy to hate, and he's really easy to pick on, but he does do a great job on American Idol, and he's a great personality. And I think what's really ironic is I've always found that he would be the natural replacement to Dick Clark when Dick Clark would be ready to step down. And he is. I mean, he's proving it. I mean, he's building an empire around himself. Don't forget, he's got a big stake in that show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, because it's his production company that funded it. So he's got his hands in a lot of pies, and I think he's doing really well. I would love to say I can't stand him, but no, my hat's off to him. Good for him, and make the money while you can.
Okay, guys, let's switch to Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah, make the money, lots of money. She spoke out against casting Lindsay Lohan, poor Lindsay Lohan, Lilo, in the role of Elizabeth Taylor in an upcoming Lifetime movie. She slammed the actress, called her a crackhead. A crackhead. Maria, was Rosie O'Donnell out of line here?
Oh, I think she may be slightly out of line because, you know, Lindsay, you know, for all of her faults, it does seem like she's making a real effort to kind of pull herself out of those ashes. And, you know, she is a good actress. She's proven that in the past, and so far so good with this comeback, if you will. The funny thing is that she actually spoke back and said that, you know, Rosie, she was kind of surprised to hear intrusive words such as the ones that Rosie uttered about her because she doesn't really know her. She's, you know, really not seen her since she was 12 years old and appeared on Rosie O'Donnell's talk show. The other thing is, Lindsay Lohan's dad, Michael, actually came out publicly too, and he was, you know, he's no father of the year, let's put it this way, but he stood up for his little girl and he said, you know what, Rosie, you're not nearly as talented as Lindsay, so you shouldn't be passing any judgment. So it's turned into a bit of a catfight. And, you know, Rosie came out and said she didn't think what she, you know, had, you know, mentioned in passing on a talk show on the Today Show would cause so much fuss, but it certainly has.
Jeremy, what's your take on the casting of Lindsay Lohan as Elizabeth Taylor? Too much responsibility?
You know what? Yeah, well, she deserves a second chance. I mean, this is somebody that's kind of trying to reinvent herself. With that being said, I saw some interesting things come out this morning, and that is she was late for the set of Glee a couple days ago, having a cigarette. One of the castmates actually tweeted, "Oh, some things never change. Somebody shows up late." So I'm wondering if she's up to her same old tricks. Now, this is going to be one of those things that's going to be a do-or-die situation for her. I think that she's going to do a really good job with it. I am kind of excited to see her in the role. I just don't know if she has the confidence in herself.
All right, I want to switch gears before I lose all of you. This week, People magazine named their most beautiful woman of 2012 as Beyonce. The singing sensation welcomed her first daughter with Jay-Z this January. Jason, what makes Beyonce the most beautiful? What do you think?
Honestly, I mean, she's a very good-looking woman, but I think it's just she's very unassuming, and she doesn't come across as somebody that really wants the attention, but she's getting it, and she handles it well. I saw this little video interview that she did with People magazine on speaking about being selected as the most beautiful woman in the world, and she comes across as pretty genuine and pretty humble. So, I mean, listen, you know, she's good-looking. There's no doubt about it.
Maria, do you think that being a new mother played into this decision when it came to Beyonce?
Oh, perhaps. Maybe she's got that motherly glow that everyone says they get. And she, in her interview with People, she actually admitted to saying that she feels the most beautiful she's ever felt ever since having, you know, sweet baby blue Ivy. So, you know, perhaps that does have something to do with it, and definitely with her confidence, too, I think.
And according to Science, a UK teenager has been named the world's most perfect face. Florence Colgate's face is perfectly symmetrical, which is considered the major beauty trait. So, Jeremy, we have a photo, I think, of Florence Colgate. Do you think she deserves the title? Look at her there.
You know, she is no doubt beautiful. She's one of these girls. I was doing a little bit of research about this. Now, symmetry is very important. I don't know what mine is like, but I can speak for the others. She is delightful. And she's very young, in fact, too.
Oh.
Jason, what's your take on Florence Colgate?
I think, yeah, yes, she's hot, but let's be honest. I mean, that's kind of dangerous. It's kind of dangerous territory when you're saying it's the most perfect face. I think that's a bunch of garbage.
Maria,
personally.
Beyonce or Florence? Who would you go with?
Well, I don't know Florence. I seem to think I think that Beyonce is wonderful. The thing about Florence is she does have that Colgate smile, right? But I think, you know, beautiful and uniqueness kind of comes in those flaws, and those flaws kind of turn your face
absolutely.
into what it is. So you don't want to be too generic. If you're too perfect, then you just look like a doll.
I'm going with that because my smile is totally off-center.
Well, I think when it comes to our panel, hot or not, I think our panel definitely
Hot.
all hot. Right, guys?
Thanks, guys.
Too kind,
Maria
too
Pano-Palace, Jason Rockman, and Jeremy Szafron. So good to have all of us together. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.